Bruno had always dreamed of working at the prestigious consulting firm Moretti Associates. Freshly graduated, full of ambition and intelligence, he landed an internship. But he soon realized that his dream would turn into a nightmare. The reason? Natália Moretti, the ruthless CEO. She was known for her cold demeanor and relentless demands. She never showed weakness and never got emotionally involved with anyone. From day one, Bruno was treated like nothing. When he tried to voice his opinion, she silenced him with an icy stare. When he worked late, she didn't even notice. And when he finally got something right, the only response he received was a dry, "You did more than what was expected." But the ignored and underestimated intern was about to turn the tables. He wanted much more than respect. He wanted to see her surrender. And he would make Natália Moretti beg. Bruno wasn't just intelligent. He was observant. He started noticing Natália's smallest details. The way her eyes sparkled when something challenged her. The way her fingers absent-mindedly traced her lips when she was deep in thought. And, most importantly, he realized that beneath that icy exterior was a woman full of repressed desire. The first step of his plan was to become irresistible. He started dressing impeccably, well-tailored suits, subtle colognes, confidence radiating from his eyes. He began challenging her with sharp responses, making her notice him for the first time. In the hallways, Bruno met her gaze without fear. In reports, he questioned her orders when he knew he could offer something better. And then, the real game began. He started provoking her subtly. Lingering stares. Smirks at the corner of his lips. Stepping away just as she got too close, leaving her confused. Creating tension, an unspoken game where she was the prey, and he was the hunter. Until one day, everything changed. It was late at night when Natália walked into the conference room where Bruno was finishing a report. "You're getting too bold, intern," she said, her voice laced with authority. But Bruno wasn't intimidated. "I learned from you, boss. Always take what you want." She raised an eyebrow as if she hadn't expected that answer. And at that moment, he saw it. He saw the desire hidden beneath that cold facade. With slow steps, Bruno closed the space between them. He could smell her perfume, something expensive and intoxicating. He could hear her breath quickening, even though she tried to hide it. "You love control, don't you?" he murmured, his voice teasing. "This isn't a game, Bruno," she replied, but her voice trembled slightly. He smiled. A smile full of provocation. "Then why does it feel like you're losing?" Natália tried to respond, but at that moment, Bruno grabbed her waist and pulled her against him. She should have pushed him away. She should have yelled. But she didn't. Instead, she let out a soft sigh just before he kissed her with intensity. Desire exploded like a spark in an air thick with unspoken tension. And that night, for the first time, Natália Moretti surrendered. The secret encounters became frequent. In her office, in the elevator after hours, in five-star hotels. Bruno made sure to tease her, to push her to the brink of madness, only to pull back at the last second. "Do you like begging, boss?" he taunted, holding her exactly where he wanted. And breathless, with her eyes burning and her body surrendering to pleasure, she finally admitted, yes. The game had changed.